Hey guys, I'm Dragon226 and today we're playing some more Hades. Today is, I think, the first Fiesta run on the save. It's also going to be a little longer of a run, not just because of the new weapon and, well, not really new weapon. I've used this weapon multiple times, but that's not the point. Since today is, as a recording,
I have Malphon this time.
Halloween.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be a little bit longer of a run. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna be talking about.
If
we get through this first.
Ignore my every effort to reach out to him, young man. Oh well, but he is obstinate indeed. You are wise to seek your family's better half.
Yeah. Alright, so we're talking about the I wouldn't say a basis of a horror movie, just like the horror genre, because I don't just intend to talk about movies. But talk about more what a good horror movie should be, or that's very subjective, but that's at the end of the day an opinion. But it's like some elements that should be included. And also at the same time,
Time to mix up my style.
there's long range. Oh, because that's the stupid.
Fix that.
Because they're also talking about my favorite game and how that has relevance to what a good horror movie should be. Because if you didn't know, which many don't, I'm not even sure how I'm set it to YouTube at all. But my favorite game, or no, that's not fair. My favorite story-driven game of all time is Until Dawn. Because one of the main reasons is because of
You want to die again?
how yes, it kind of acts as a like a cheesy, not cheesy, no, kind of cheesy, but like very much like an 80s slasher movie. At the same time, has a okay, it's upgraded.
You were well on your way out of there last time, nephew. But no matter, we'll just get you on another voyage to the top.
The power of the sea.
How it's
Time to break you to bits.
alright, never mind, I thought I already had the thing. I am gonna focus on the boss fight, but
No way, Zag. Looking like you got yourself a gift from old Poseidon there. He's quite the catch, but here, hope you save some room for more.
there. Anyways, it's kind of the background of the whole game. Kind of signifies what a good horror better story should be. It also has probably my favorite settings you can have in a game or any form of entertainment, which is Snowy Mountain. Which is always going to be true. Love mountains, love when it's snowing. One of my favorite things to do is go skiing.
Look at all that corn. Hit me.
Same time, you also need a good
The sight of Alfred is pressing at the scenes. He can be rather boastful and belligerent, exhibiting the most unattractive manners of your father and old Zeus alike.
It may not be like this for you guys, but the game audio is way louder than my voice. So, that's great. No. That might be a really bad idea. But I already got a hammer, so I don't really care. Anyways, yeah, if the game audio wasn't like 40,000 decibels, I can be able to continue talking, but
I'll pay for that. Yeah. A fishing point.
Anyways. Concentrate on fish.
Come on out. Think of the hellfish. Time for Tisiphone, maybe?
And now we're just going to concentrate for the rest of the fight.
You again.
You know what I like about you? The way you bleed.
That is not the type of flattery I'm used to. You're
No.
making me a bit uncomfortable, I'll have you know.
Never met a god that bleeds like you. Red. Like a worthless mortal. Come on, let's bleed you dry.
Okay, like, nothing.
Just psyching up.
Don't use the death mines. Alright. Anyways. Yes, best story. Well, not. Okay. Story in the game, I can't really say that for sure because there's a lot of games that I want to play, mainly visual novels that may have a way better story.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
Go on and try.
Maybe I should switch.
Yeah, we're gonna want. No. Let's upgrade the skull earring. Why not?
Next floor. Good.
Anyways, best. I don't know how to describe. What's that?
Yes,
What do you
you
call
don't
the genre? It's like. It's not turn-based game. is yes. Until Dawn, best, definitely top 3 games of all time. His favorite game of all time is still and always going to be Minecraft. Modded. I know Minecraft is like, I'm not even sure it's like top 20. You can cease to exist, please. I will take those.
Next.
But yeah, so horror games, or horror genre, needs to have, if it's short format like a movie, needs to have some sort of.
You've read already from my pub, haven't you, cuz? Wonderful guy. Don't get to spend a lot of time together, though. You know how that is. Well, see ya.
Some sort of side story, as in like, or some sort of side element, like as in a romance or character, like heavy character drama, not just like, oh, you did thing, now I'm mad, or I don't know. Like something else interesting that goes on. Sure.
The Haste of Hermes.
That, or
Sure, why not?
but
You shall
to have
regret
some
this.
sort of side element to the story. And then just having a romance or some sort of story side element doesn't necessarily make it better. It could make it worse.
Useless.
There.
It's done well. It's excellent. Then it either needs to base itself on a comedy undertone from the beginning, if it's going to. If it's not necessarily a comedy, don't do it. It's supposed to be like a very serious whatever. And then don't include any more comedy than a non-comedy based movie would. Well, maybe even less so than that. I gotta concentrate again.
These witches again.
Better than
Some waves.
use that. What else does it need? If you're going to use jump scares, don't overuse it. Because a movie that's just jump scare based, if it gets too repetitive, it won't be scary anymore. Unless someone just like overly jumpy, then it's not really scared anymore. It's just like, I don't know, bored of it kinda, but like kinda still extra body. I don't know. This kind of horror is still in my mind,
How many more of these are there?
a combination of gore-based horror and suspenseful horror. Like, the scariest things,
Message.
is not necessarily chaos or I should take chaos actually. Is the scariest thing I've ever seen in a movie is when, you know, some like a side character dies or a not as important character dies through a suspenseful moment of horror.
Has no qualms about the freezing
But not like super
temperatures up
suspenseful.
here.
And then something very similar happens to a very main character, or a character that the story has convinced you to care about. The very same, like, sequence happens right up until, right up until the action scene or whatever, and then it just doesn't happen. Like, or it's like a near miss. That's the scariest thing in my mind. How dare you? I'm not sure. There's two of them. Where's the other one? There's a fishing one on that. Ow. Thank you. Where do I cast that? Okay, first. One. The other. Down like that. Like, microphone is right in the way to where I couldn't see where, you know, what the cast was looking like.
Enough.
Alright. Anyways, I should have that.
Fishing time then.
Also,
Slarbug.
if you're going to include any sort of gory element, don't censor it all. Please. It's been a while, but I've said it before on YouTube. Censorship is a thing of the past, and it should be done away with.
My keepsakes.
If you disagree with me, I don't really care. That may be your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
Get me out of here. Done.
So yeah, you stick it out. Yeah.
Pleasant temperature.
I say that. There you go. And if you're going to do any any sort of fantasy horror, don't, unless it's taking place in a fantasy world, don't make it over the top. Please. That'll ruin it for me if you're like, just like, all of a sudden, like, ooh, the killer or whatever can use magic all of a sudden, like no one else can, or something stupid like that. These clanks twice. Heavy knuckle, dash strike. This was. I just gotta get a special now. So you need that. I'm gonna move the microphone just a bit. There we go. Now I'm gonna hopefully sit in my chair right so everything's in the way. I'm sorry, what? Have that. But okay, and if you're going to do a fantasy-based horror movie, I haven't seen a lot of like well-done, like completely fantasy-based horror movie ever done. It's not like an over-the-top fantasy world. Like a good example of fantasy horror is Berserk, which is, in my opinion, the best looking not anime. No. First season, sure, it looks okay for being made in the 90s. Well, it looks pretty good for being made in the 90s. But, not the newer seasons, nope. Best looking manga of all time. There's some others that are also look pretty good. None that are like, that look consistently good the whole time. Like, Vagabond is another one. I mean, I've seen what it looked like in the later chapters. I've read like the first one or two chapters, and I mean, it looks okay. It doesn't look spectacular. Or anything like that. But apparently the later chapters look really good, which that's incentive to read, but I'm reading like just a ton of manga. I was really good at the beginning of the year, only reading like 2 or 3. Now I'm caught up to, I don't even know how many at this point. And trying to get through like big boys, like more than 50 chapters. Like 5 or 6 that are more than 50 chapters, and like all of them except like 2 of them are more than 100 chapters. Give.
Good enough to eat.
Huh. You mean to fight with me barehanded this time, short one? I'm not ashamed to say the champion himself defeated me in such a manner back when we drew breath.
Wouldn't say the twin fists of Malphon count as empty-handed, sir, though it surprises me to hear you could be beaten in such a way.
I was hungry and unprepared, inexperienced. No longer. Come.
Please.
you were a worthy challenger. Most welcome here. Until we meet again.
Well fought, Asterius. It's Demeter.
I see
And
the noble king of the Olympians has reached you prior to me, Zacharias. I wonder which of all his many lies he's told you last.
I would take that even if it was rare like the rest, but since it's only common.
That woke me up.
What was I saying? I don't remember. Okay. Like Berserk, real good looking. Other good horror manga I've read. I'm trying to think if there's any other I've read. I don't think there is.
Nearly got me.
Ooh, he can give us health things.
You chose to go where? Go on, stranger. Plenty more shades looking to fight with you out there.
I'm just passing through. You seem less warlike than the rest.
I don't care. Thank you.
Just checking up on you, sir.
Amid the Elysium.
This place is near as gloomy as the house. How many now?
Anyways, yes. So then other horror anime I've watched. The problem with horror anime is like there are very few.
Blood and... Here's the fee.
Also, if I can remember to turn my microphone back on.
So, Hellspawn, you seek to break through to the surface of the world, but you shall not achieve your goal whilst I yet live and breathe, or the equivalent of it here in the splendors of Elysium.
And you leave me with little choice but to make you shut up already, and your bull-headed manservant there.
That Minotaur whom you address is my dear friend, you preconceiving stain upon the earth. Asterius and I are brothers here in death, as we were enemies in life. Not that you could ever understand fraternal bonds as strong as ours. Be gone, I say!
twice. I think you just hit me twice for 50 damage. 16
Olympians, I call upon your aid!
When did I lose the other death planets? I hope you don't.
That's one champion unseated. I'll just help myself.
Anyways. We're spending enough
Guess I'll be
time
going
on
then.
horror movies. Now we shall move on to horror series. I think a good
Dying.
horror TV shows I've watched. Or just even horror anime too.
There. Reach the surface.
Most, like, probably 90% of my knowledge of the horror genre is horror movies.
Back on duty, huh?
The widely feared and many-headed Cerberus, the underworld sentinel, presides over the entrance to this realm, devouring whole those fool enough to make attempts to flee.
He loves to eat. Can you blame him?
Ow. Oh, thank you. I still think the best use of horror in entertainment is when it's not a horror-based series. Or, I think this is the best plot turn device that could ever happen, is when I've only ever seen one series do this, but and I haven't ever seen a series do this well, is when, and I'm pretty sure it's an anime. Can I stop getting poisoned, please? Is when it's like, you know, a full, like, either 2-core, like, hour-long series, or a, like, 4-core anime, where, like, everything is, you know, it's like a rom-com, or just even like a normal comedy, or like a slice of life series, where you go attached to the characters, and you know, it's all nice and good. Okay. And then the last, like, 2 or 3 episodes, or even just like the last episode, everyone dies in very terrifying and gory ways, and you just weren't expecting it all, and it just like breaks your heart. That's the best use of horror there is, in my opinion. Is when you were absolutely not expecting it. Where everyone just dies and it's hilarious.
I don't think so.
Womp, womp.
Where do they come from?
don't want it because I already have it on attack. We'll go with that. But...
tingly. Inside the filth-encrusted layers carved into the looming edifices of the underworld lie such terrible abominations that not even grim Lord Hades is inclined to speak of them.
This gigantic vermin head deserves a lot more credit if you ask me. A moment's rest.
I don't spend money.
Which tunnel?
I don't really want it special, but you know what? You'll have to.
Auto shutdown initiated. Auto shutdown cancelled.
I know I have to plug in my headphones. I completely forgot about that. Oh, this one. That's why you don't have multiple cords in one area. That have to be plugged in semi-regularly.
Charging battery.
There you go.
Easy.
Anyways, Best Use of Horror is like end of series, end of like fun like character-driven series. Everyone just dies.
What's for sale?
Except for that like one guy that you didn't care about at all. Best Use of Horror. Other good one is like survival horror.
Sounded fast this time.
We're like
nice.
it's not.
Cheers to that. Now back to Cerberus.
Survival horror is another good one. Where like,
Maybe I should check
but
the
like
passageways.
OVA survival horror kinda like. Not like the main focus of a series, but like you get like characters thrown in like a plane crashes, or they're abandoned in the middle of nowhere and they have to find their way out. That's also good use
Hit the spot.
of it. Yeah, it's cool area linked up. Granted, the whole ending with like character-driven series to like 2 terrifying ending is very anime. Like I don't know of any Western series that would even like attempt to do something like that because it's like so out there in some ways. I mean, if there is an example of Western series, then please, comments are always open for recommendations, that kind of thing. I will watch and or read that. I mean, there's been some series like that like it's kind of like action or horror based, but like at the same time you have that feel like none of the main characters will ever die. It's like side characters at times. And then like will actually die and you're not expecting it all like that. I've seen that happen before. Nothing more than that. Maybe that'll be my next series. Or the next thing I write about. It's just like
good.
Rom-com goes to everyone dies very quickly. Oh, that sounds nice.
Zesty. Pleasure doing business. Maybe this way.
My dog's going crazy. I think so the idea of the video went from talking about horror to my next idea for story. Oh no, I actually have two. But I have to write one of them down before I forget it. I don't think I'm going to forget the whole one comment to everyone died very quickly. Oh, what would be really great though is if, like, you know, you're expecting, like, it's a horror series, you know, at that point, it's like, you know, it's like expecting, like, you know, you're like halfway through the series, what you would think would be halfway through the series, but then everyone just dies in the middle, right when things are getting good. That would be kind of hilarious. It's not even scary, it's kind of funny, from a writer's perspective. When you're the viewer's perspective is like so freaking pissed off. She's like, oh,
fishing time.
Ooh, that's.
You must be hungry, huh?
When you can tell the author was trying to piss off the viewer.
I think I've got one. It's a stone wall. Should come in useful. Sharpen my senses.
I did enough to do the thing. Pretty close to the car now. I got it too, yes. I'm gonna fly over there to the
Cheers, mate. I wish I could put more on my attack, but okay.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
See you, boy. I'll just keep coming back.
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all...
I've heard this before. I'm thinking I should like stand on the other side now. I've already gotten this far.
You put this on yourself. No less. Now that we're finished here, I can get back to work.
Oh, he's tough for an old man.
That's funny. Nothing on my list at all this time, except I could have sworn I saw you walk right out of the pool back there. I'll have to have this thing looked at.
I guess so.
Hey, look at this. Talk to me, Paul.
What news this time, lad? Did you find your mother once again?
No, I failed, sir. No thanks to Father. What am I going to do?
Just take it easy now. You got there once. There isn't any question in my mind that you can do it once again. Your father's acting as though nothing's changed besides. So don't lose hope. You're capable of this.
I hope you're right. I found her, boy. My mother. Persephone, you remember her, don't you? She was pleased to hear about you. But I couldn't stay for long, and I have to find her again. So, guess I'll see you at the temple then.
The ghoulish features of the much reviled Hound of Hell all soften instantly upon the mention of a certain name. Briefly then, the monster is at peace.
I forgot I could do that. Yes.
Where's our court musician?
Yeah, we'll do this first.
Something smells good. All right then.
Zagreus, I heard Lord Hades served you with a pact of punishment. You must be very proud.
What, you mean the gigantic infernal contract reserved only for extraordinary circumstances? Yeah, I suppose I'm pleased that Father's gone to all that trouble just for me.
Well, when you're finished being smug about it, know that all of us are bound by its terms. You can force a lot of things to change if you're not careful.
A lot of things such as how you refuse to reason with your positively charming sisters, Meg.
The extreme measures condition. You wouldn't dare. Do you have any idea what you're talking about?
Yes.
Anything for you, Meg.
And after that, Dusa, you are to clean the rafters once again and prune the gardens thoroughly. By then it should be time to tend the kitchens and sweep the lounging area a second time.
Yes, right away.
Poor Dusa. Wasn't the old exchange?
Yes.
I'll take that deal.
Cool.
Work is approved upon my father's name. Not like he's paying any heed.
500 coins. You're being a little greedy there, game. I mean. $20. Here I am, out of keys.
There.
More gems, right? Yeah. It's like 20 gems.
Need more of those, so here.
And now I do a thing.
How else can I improve?
Are you insane?
I need more darkness.
Yeah, this is where things get real expensive, isn't it?
Coronach hungers.
Think you can take me, boyo? Pain is in this.
So what exactly happened with the formerly pink window over there? Now it's got these sinister orange flames and an enormous pact of punishment hanging ominously over the exit.
Pal, I don't know a thing about it, honest. I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden, wham! I get hit right in the back. I fall to pieces, no idea what's going on. When I finally come to, the window job was done.
As likely an explanation as any, I guess.
I'm sorry, what was that game?
If it's bounties I'm after, no need to turn the heat up this high.
We don't do that automatically for me,
Just go, pal. You can
game, you're being a little bit sneaky there. Alright, anyways guys, this is Dragon226 signing off for a wonderful day, evening, night, etc, etc, etc. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget to the bell because it goes sell out. And who doesn't need a little sell out? Also, who does? You don't tell me, so I don't know. I don't know these things. Tell me, okay? Yeah.